Hello there, everybody. It is me, No Name 117 Spore. If you're seeing this, then the media embargo has lifted, and there's a very specific time. There's a very, very specific time this should be at, and I'm goddamn making sure that I'm meeting that time. I really hope they shouldn't change it, right? Yeah. Should be 12 a.m. Or it should be 12 a.m. in the United Kingdom right now. Uh, on May 3rd. So for me, or for my time, that would be 6 p.m. May 2nd, because I'm in, I'm in Central U.S. time. Just I'm putting this thing live as soon as the embargo lifts up. That's the time it should be right now. This is Rule of Waves 3. So my first impressions of the game. I've not touched this yet. I've opened up this menu. So far, I've opened up the menu. I have pressed new game. I have pressed one of these, 1890, and I'm gonna press 1890, and I've not gone past that. This is literally where I'm at. So, right now, what is available? Okay, so they have no extra options here. They have an extra flag here. Interesting. So there's something they are planning on. I see all of the... Do I see all the regular Rulers 2 nations? I do not see the CSA, and I do not see the CSA. Everyone else is there. Okay, so this will legitimately be my entire first look at this. Super large. I will do slight tech variation because I think that is a good idea. I will do 100 max airbase size. I'm gonna do this without harsher peace deals. Yeah, I'm not gonna change any of that. Do it game one. I don't even know what to call myself. Gotta kind of do that. So yeah, this'll be my first look at Rule of the Waves 2, and this hopefully will be a lot of your first looks at Rule of the Waves. This'll be my first look at Rule of the Waves 3. Brain, work, please. And hopefully a lot of your first looks at Rule of the Waves 3. Man, I am misspeaking a lot today. So, yeah, sorry about that. I literally just recorded a Rule of the Waves 2 episode before this, so yeah, I'm trying to rush through that series. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with the German series because I gotta figure out how to, tie that one up with like a neat little bow. Such. I'll just do, No Name 117 Spore. All right. So one thing I notice is that there's no checkbox for me to design the legacy fleet here. I don't know if that's true in 1900 and I don't know if that's true in 1900 or not, but it does not seem to be true for the 1890 start. Or if that's something which just isn't implemented yet. Because, like, I know when the game, or, the game's still a tiny bit out from release. It's not like, oh, this video's going live. The game's immediately about to release right now. It's not quite that. So it might be some. I would not be shocked if it is the case where, it's still like a couple, or if there's still like an update or two out. All right, so what do we have? Our monthly balance right now is 5,863. Our dock size is 14,000. Our shipyard capacity is that is a new feature. 137,000. So 37,200 is the current displacement building, and that is the remaining free capacity. So maintenance-wise is that, and then estimated maintenance is all active. Wartime extra costs will likely increase. Well, everything's active right now, because that's how everything starts. No extra training, no intelligence currently. Unrest level of 2. No build requirements. Does seem to be a little bit of extra stuff on treaties. Starting with 20 prestige, and actually, because this is a lot longer of a campaign, it's probably a lot easier to build up more. Although it has been really difficult to build up prestige since like the early versions of Rule of Waves 2. Um, yeah. It's always possible to save the game. Okay, the save button's in a little bit of a different spot. There is a nice copy game too. Um, Save to another save slot, but what I'd probably do is go into the files and do that myself. I've not actually checked where those are. Um, so I will save. And, if we're looking at this, okay, first thing I'm noticing, funds, same as Rule of Waves 2. Obviously without the 3 extra zeros that Rule of Waves 1 had. In terms of ships, yeah, it looks like a decent early fleet. Under construction, we do get some early ones under construction. Yeah, of course, no subs. It is 1890. Ships sunk or scrapped. So it'll list all old ships scrapped too. That is nice. Okay, so current officers. Yeah, so it doesn't show anything active. I do have some other officers there and some ships that I'll be able to assign them to. Saying new. Look way better. Oh my. Ah, yeah, that ship looks interesting. Okay, that looks pretty good. The the graphics are way better, I will say. Can I, if I do base overview, coastal fortifications, if I click on one of these, yeah, okay, that looks way better. Good job on the batteries, and the battery and the land-based design. And I think I know the person who did that, but like, I'd have to confirm it. So I'd have to talk to them and confirm it. All right, so first of all, research-wise, let's see. That is a lot of reduced research areas. In terms of our guns, we do not have 11-inch. We have -2 quality, 13, 12, 10, and 9s. And then our 8s downwards are -1, and the 2, 3, and 4 are 0. It should be noted, I have heard that these guns here, like the -2s, you cannot refit. Given it is early game, it's probably good to go up to like 12% research. That actually didn't change my monthly balance that much at all. So we can do a division editor, which would be helpful. I might do that a little later. I will be intending on doing division editing in this. One thing I should actually be doing is I should be getting like a Google Sheets up. I should create some form of Google Sheets for this. I don't know what it'll be for, or if it's even as needed, because this is way better at providing information, because I think they realize how much people like doing after-action reports of Rule of Waves 2, so they implemented that properly into Rule of Waves 3. So this is, oh nice, it shows the blockade value. So that's the division it's in, crew quality is there, maintenance, locations are, I would say fairly normal, but now we have this nice little zone in the Baltic. Strength to blockade. Yep. Its base capacity is 17. Yeah, okay, that's not a build area for me. Yeah, okay, so Baltic is the only extra area added. I'm pretty certain. I know that kind of going into the change notes. Ports are still pretty much the same. Yeah, I think still the same. I don't see any new ones really added. So, if I look here, why does Russia have a base capacity of 5 in Northern Europe? Let's make an East Coast. I'm just kind of checking what base capacity is in various regions. Good news is, we have 8 enemies now rather than 6, so there's a lot more guys to fight. And you can look at relations, so the AI will actually get into wars and such, which is nice. Because, you know, kind of one of the issues with World of Waves 2 is that you're constantly, you know, only fighting. You have to be involved in every single war. And that means that the AI can just really build up, you know, if allowed to. Alright. All of that looked at, I think I actually should be looking at, you know, the ships I currently have in service, ships I currently have under construction, and what specifically I can do. So, we have 4 of these Marengo class battleships. So these have a 12-inch belt, 2-inch deck, 11.5-inch turrets, 4-inch secbat, and a 7-inch conning tower. 2 12-inch guns, 2 10-inch guns, and 8 6-inch guns. That's pretty historical. And then of course no ship Oh! Wait. What? That's a bug. Okay. Okay, yeah, we have a bug. It should probably be 1887. But yeah, that's the Marengo class. I'll probably open that up in the designer. So we have the Ocean class, or I think it would be the Ocean. Is that how they pronounce it? I don't know. These are more conventional for pre-dreads, which is good. I mean, I probably wouldn't do like 10-6 and 8-5. I'd probably try to mess with that. So we have a Richelieu with... Oh, these are... No, these are very, 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 very French. Yeah. Armor cruiser wise, it looks like we only have Montcalms, so 6 8-inch guns. Better than I was expecting. So twin forward, twin aft, and then, you know, single one on each side. Not bad. Seal Cefax. That's not a great amount of armor. 6 4-inch, 6 2-inch. 6 2-inch is pretty useless, but actually both those are kind of useless. These are better. 10 6-inch and 8 2-inch. Yeah, those are actually decent ships. Okay, so even with the much better superstructures of this game, it still kind of has this problem where it just doesn't... Sometimes the ship, the outer hull size just doesn't quite meet where it needs to be. But like, that's a minor graphical glitch. I've never cared much about that anyways. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is beautiful. Like, compared to World of Waves 1, this is goddamn beautiful. And 2. Compared to World of Waves 1 and 2, this is goddamn beautiful. I was trying to push 2 as... I was trying to push the superstructures on 2 as far as possible. And probably still will, until I, you know, have to be done with 2, which will be, you know... The Britain series currently doing on 2, I am going to finish that up. The German series on 2, that's got to be wrapped up at some point. That might already be the case where I've made the decision to wrap it up by the time this video goes live. And we actually have some starting corvettes. So these are colonial ships, it appears. Yeah, so we got one in Southeast Asia, West Africa, and Northern Europe. One thing I notice we don't have is destroyers. If we look at ships under construction, we're not building any. Is that tech we don't even have researched? Okay, so I'm trying to think, how do I want to prioritize right now? Because, you know, normally I like to prioritize. It's 1890. What do I do? I think trying to get good naval guns would be a good decision. Trying to get some cute quality ones. So that I can actually start building some proper ships, so that's probably a good idea. So right now, there's not... Okay, research areas I see which are currently not here. I am assuming because it is 1890 that they are locked. And will be unlocked later. I am noticing that there is no what is it? Damage control. There's no damage control, so I cannot set that on high yet. That is interesting. It'll probably come. I imagine, that'll be something where, before or around 1900 I'll get damage. I'll be able to start researching damage control techs. No small forces and torpedo warfare. AP projectiles and explosive shells are both there. That's great. Ship design. Yeah, ship design is there. That's a pretty important one, actually. It's in gun mountings. Their fire control is there. Fire control is always pretty important, especially early on. I will set those 3 to high and leave the rest on medium for now. I'll mess with it later. And of course, like, submarine tech is not there because, it's going to have submarines in 1990. So right now, we don't have a lot of funds. Because we don't have a lot of funds, I think I'm going to go another turn. Well, we can show history, too. Nice! So this normally requires you to end the game in, Rule of the Waves 2. But, Rule of the Waves 1, Rule of the Waves 2, this normally requires you to end the game. It doesn't here. Excellent. Fleet exercises are available. I'm probably not going to do a division editor yet. So save. Let's go. Who do I want to spy on? I'm going to do a sneaky amount of spying on Britain and Germany. Just to see if I can get a little bit of tech. See if I can get a little bit of tech from them. US right now is probably not in a great scenario. But yeah, if it winds up being the case where, Britain and Germany start getting pissed at me, I will decrease. I'll go back down to not spying on them. But this isn't something where I want to go to war. This is something where I want to get a little bit of tech. That's not me trying to influence war. That's me trying to get a little bit of tech. So I will go 1 turn. Germany has laid down 2 protected cruisers. Great Britain has gotten increased naval spending, laid down an armored cruiser, and Russia has laid down an armored cruiser. So, ooh, interesting. Interesting. Dock building is not something where it grabs from your funds chest now. It is something where it grabs from your monthly balance. I will say yes. I think we do expand dockyard capacity. Try to get larger vessels. It's usually something you do expand a lot in like 2, but I'll be a little careful here. So I want to design a ship. Okay. So if I look at the types of ships that are available, we have Dreadnought battleship, the battlecruiser, the pre-dreadnought, armored cruiser, light cruiser, our merchant cruiser, destroyer, corvette, seaplane carrier, aircraft carrier, light aircraft carrier. Warning, illegal ship type. Okay, so this is just same ship classes. Same exact ones. So let's see what happens if I try to design a destroyer. So if I hit the check, we have not invented destroyers. That is why destroyers do not exist yet. Okay, that makes sense. So, what do I want to spend? What do I actually want to spend money on? That's a good question. Let's look at everyone. So, right now, we have 10 pre-dreadnoughts in service. Great Britain has 24. We have 9 CAs in service, and Britain has 5. We have 3 CLs in service. Britain has 28. Britain, Corvette-wise, it's the same. Yeah. So other potential rivals to look at. Right now, Germany and Austria have a little bit of tension with us, so I should be looking at these 2 as potential rivals. I do outnumber them in terms of ironclad battleships at this point in time. do outnumber them in terms of cruisers. Corvettes, you know, Austria has a slight advantage. Who really cares? Light cruiser or protected cruiser wise, Italy and Russia have a lot. Russia actually has a lot of Ooh, Russia can rival my fleet. Although I think their ships are smaller. And of course there's Spain. Poor Spain. Okay, so I should be taking a look at stuff. So Germany is operating those. Their CA's a little better. I wonder if sunk ships will include scrapped ships for them. Austria's battleships are, oh god. So they do have CAs, or armored cruisers in service. Their CLs, actually 20 knots. Things are kind of fast with 2 10-inch guns on them. Okay. Britain. So, I don't know what happened, but apparently Britain went ahead and decided, hey, we are going to build, let's see, how many ships? Hold on. Britain has 24 Bs in service. 24 pre-dreadnoughts in service. 20 of them are of the same class. Good job, Britain. Round of applause. Britain just apparently really liked this design and didn't want to move away from it. Is that the, Oh, is that... Oh, God, which one is that? The one which, like, rammed a ship and sank, right? Or got rammed and sank. Victoria? Like a Victoria class? Then they also have the Collingwoods, which are, you know, decent. I don't know what the Hannibals are gonna be. And this game feels like way more polished, I will say that. In terms of everything. I don't know. I was saying there were lifeboats on one side, no, there's lifeboats on the other side. Yeah, this does feel a lot more polished than 2. Italian battleships, 4 13-inch guns. They're a, you know, significant potential rival, so I should really be checking what they have. They already have some 21-knot capable cruisers too. 1890, I'm surprised that that's allowed. I actually really like that hull form. That's a good hull form. Japan, probably not really that big of a threat right now. Building stuff in Germany. USA, not really that big of... Oh, yes, that's a great ironclad. Please don't tell me... No, it's saying 17 knots, so... 17, 18 knots. Please don't tell me that's actually capable of 0 knots. Please tell me that the 17 is correct, that the card isn't. Russia. So Russia is a nation I should probably actually just look at. Imperator Alexander. Looking, okay, so cruisers are kind of small, and then Spain. Man, I feel like this is something where, you know, after a few games, I'm probably going to get a little bit more used to it, but I'm just, I'm not quite there. Even with, like, starting Rule the Waves 2, it was easier, because Rule the Waves 1 was just so much more similar to it, you know, the early portions of Rule the Waves 2. Man, that was 4 years ago. I feel old. That feels like yesterday. You know, starting up Rule the Waves 2. It's the Rule the Waves 1 that feels old at this point. Like, that Austria-Hungary game, Rule the Waves 2, that was good. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna intentionally make this a long video, I will say. Because, this does need to be a proper first look. This isn't something where I want to be like, oh, tomorrow you'll get an actual battle or whatnot. No, I want to at least get to a battle or something. Actually fully explore what this has to offer. So, okay, research, check the naval guns again. So, good naval gun choices right now are these are probably very worthwhile. Other than that, I would probably want to do something up here with like, 10, 11, 12 inch, something like that. How much are these costing per turn? So I'm gonna have I have 10 battleships in service right now. Some of them have short range and cramped accommodations, some don't. And I'll have 12 at the end of that. And everyone else, again, that's pretty ahead. So I don't know, I probably want to do something balanced between, or yeah, I probably do want to do something fairly balanced. So probably more, yeah, okay, probably something balanced. And actually, I'm gonna start reserving and mothballing some ships. So these guys just aren't as good. If I'm gonna be honest. Commander Shore. Oh God, that accident. Sorry. Okay, don't press that button ever. You saw my first name there. Sorry, my actual first name. I actually do have a name. I'm sorry. So if I do generate picture, so let's say I do generate. Okay, that's just the regular one, and I assume there isn't really an additional picture set. Yeah, so that's just standard for that. I was like, did they update that at all? No, I just wanted to check. Well, that did save some money. I think it would be good to save some money. So the short range, actually no, I'll keep the. Here's what I'll move Marengo and Suffren. I'll move these early Marengos into the reserve fleet, but I will still keep some active battleships. So probably Magenta and Devastation. So cruiser-wise, it does look like these CAs are covering for a lot of my regions as well as that CL. Actually, want to kind of go through what are my worst CLs. These guys are probably my worst CLs, so I don't think I want them properly in service. Azure. Oh, you're a little better actually. Coat Logans are better, but you can go reserve. I'm gonna move some of the Coat Logans into reserve, but keep some of them active. So Montcalm wise, let's mothball couple and reserve that and leave Pothau active. I don't know if it'll penalize me for going to a low readiness state. I think no, it looks like Germany's on a low readiness state too. So, yeah. Looks like being in a low readiness state is perfectly fine, especially if you don't feel like you have a lot of tensions. I could probably move another one of those into the reserve fleet. Couple more into the mothballs. Probably do this. In fact. So one notable inefficiency I'm seeing is the Montcalms are currently deployed to these regions. And if Ruleway's 3 works similarly to how Ruleway's 2 works, past about 6,000, I believe, ships past 6,000 tonnage have diminishing returns in terms of colonial tonnage. So it is probably not a great idea to be having 5 armored cruisers, stuck on colonial duty. Whereas if I could get corvettes onto a good portion of that colonial duty, that would be a significantly better scenario. And like 1,700-ton corvettes would probably be, a good idea. And if we look at the cost of these things versus the cost of these things, hey, calculator, hold on. Let me just turn off my display capture for a moment, grab a calculator, and then turn the display capture back on. There we go. I have my calculator pulled up. So we have what, 7,600. I'm just going to divide it by 1,700. This will get a value that is lower, or like, here's the thing. This will get a worst case scenario, because the thing to note, the 7,600 is going to have diminishing returns, and the 1,700, because these are colonial ships, is going to be bigger. But I just want to see the discrepancy in maintenance. So the discrepancy in maintenance using unrealistically bad terms would, that is about what, 50? About 50 a month per ship to compensate. So yeah, that's about 250 a month? Yeah, 250 a month. And, probably better than that. So I think these are... Do I think they're suitable enough? I'm gonna look up... Hold on. I want to look up unprotected cruiser. An unprotected cruiser, type of naval ship used during the early 1870s Victorian or pre-dreadnought area, about 1880 to 1905. I want French unprotected cruiser. That would be the heavy cruiser. What? Duquesne's? Is that the right one? Yeah, that would be the Duquesne's class. That's what an unprotected cruiser looks like. No. Sorry, that was a joke. I'm actually gonna want to see how big a lot of these were. So the last one was built in 1895 or 1885, sorry, and it was 1,700 tons. Okay. So I say I go design a ship. Start with a corvette. I'm gonna start with an autogen. Coal plus VTE, that's what we have. I do like how there's multiple choices here, and I can see exactly how stuff's going to evolve over time. So we get coal plus VTE, coal plus turbine, oil plus turbine, diesel, and then gas turbine. But like this ship should be older. How high does torpedo? Okay, so it is just 1, 2, 3, 4 as usual. I do need colonial service. Oh, nice. So the size increase, or the superstructure details increase with the size of the ship. Okay, that's good. So graphics, additional armament. Oh, graphics is over here. Advanced graphics for modding. Ooh, that's good. Certain nation style French, yes. I don't know what that is. Why is there a little red? Oh, no, that's the center. That's a center dot. Okay, that's what that is. Um, light installations. Aircraft capacity 1. Yeah, let's. It's a boat in 1890. We are strapping an aircraft to it. What is an aircraft? We don't know yet. No. I know what an aircraft is at this point in time. An aircraft. It's one of those. It's one of those guys with like the glider. You know, it's those early gliding attempts because people are trying to build, powered airplanes at this time. So when we put an aircraft on this, I'm imagining it is just one of the it's one of the guys with a glider who's like running down the ship somehow to try to gain air, and he just sails for like a few meters and then just goes in the water and either has to be rescued or probably drowns. That's what that is. No. So we're not allowed to do that, but I think that's fun. I will have to figure out how to do this. So how does this work? I am trying to figure out how this works. So, if I set these to line. Okay, so that's that. I don't know what that is. Is this like load? No, that's colors. Okay. Well, actually, let's look at the guns. So, I mean, this is a colonial ship. I don't think you should have sec, or orange sec bat. Yeah, I should probably be going like Victoria or Victorian guns here. I know, decrease guns. Why is that not working? Let's say, let's say I do late dreadnought turret styles. It might just not be allowing me. Um, okay. I have to update it. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. So, if I go dreadnought on this, will it show? Topside load. Interesting. I'm just trying to get this ship to graphically work. Oh, there we go. That's what I was doing wrong. Now I know. Now I know. First of all, is this legal? Oh, okay. No, is this legal? Is this legal? It is not. I was wanting to just make sure that I can only have single turrets for the ship type. Why did I not just read it? God. So I think what I do is I do something like this, or maybe I'll do DE and then J and K. Okay, so let's sponson D and E. I can position the turrets around. I see that as an option now, which is great. Man, I'm gonna spend so much time making ships, and it's gonna be so annoying, isn't it? Or so annoying to all of you, isn't it? Wow, I might not even get to the point of actually doing a battle today. Although if I'm there, it might be something where I record a second episode and then like release it immediately after this one, so that I at least get it out in the first day, because like that is still very beneficial. But yeah, this is gonna be just um how do I work with the auto design superstructures the best? It's gonna be a lot of me figuring this out. So turret era I think should be Victorian. Okay, yep. Cross fire impossible with current turret configuration. As expected. There is a lot there I would be able to do. Check, all okay. Might do tertiary 3-inch guns. Not tertiary. Secondary 3-inch guns. Check asymmetrics. J. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Cannot select both at once. Hmm. Actually, that's probably a little too expensive, so I'm not going to do any secondary guns. Primary armament only. We're only going with a single gun caliber. I will I will make use out of my British campaign. No, I'm going with the British campaign strategy of only have one gun type. Man, I'm gonna have to remember secondaries exist. So one thing I am noticing is that. Hold on. What does that say? What does that say? If unchecked, you can only place port mounts and star. Okay, so I'd have to place them on the port side, and the starboard side would be mirrored. I was like, why am I only allowed to place why am I only allowed to move mounts if I click this? Because I was moving the ones on the starboard side, not the port side. So move the ones on the port side. Lesson learned. I'm already figuring this out. This is a huge lesson on figuring out the ship designer. So graphics, oh nice, if you click on them it doesn't actually get rid of them. Yes. 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 Okay, so I see that that all still exists. So edit all form of ship. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so I can mess with that. Cruiser Milan. So Milan is going to be sharper at the bow. Okay, so I'm going to move that a little bit forward. So sharp that what I might actually no. Let's go to 0.0. Move 0.0 back. Um, I'll move 0.4 out a little bit more. Or in just a touch. Maybe about there. Move 3 in. It's a little tricky to work with. Okay. Okay, I like that hull form. Okay, so should I save as a default hull? Yes, I do. Nice. Um, call it, hull, or I'm gonna call it C hull, so custom hull, um, unprotected cruiser. I'm not even gonna be like able to share this with or share this ship with people. I don't think, not yet. Um, but it's like, yeah, I want to see what I can do here. Um, 20 degrees. Yes. Oh. Um. Yes. Actually, kind of nice. Let's just do each of these at 270 for now. I'll work with that later. Um. No, I'm gonna sponsor the aft gun too. I'm not gonna do that with the forward gun. Um. Look at like French Cruiser Milan. Yeah, it does have its gun, its aft gun, really, really, really far back. Um, I might have the forward turret more like there. Or even more forward. Actually, no, I'll have it here. And what I'll say is that this is inspired by a lot of the older designs, but like this one probably doesn't have as much of a sail rig. Actually, you know what sort of protected cruisers was France building at this time? The list of cruisers of France. So then you get the torpedo cruisers, and I'm not sure that those have masts at this time. At least I'm not pronouncing that name. There's like one of the torpedo cruisers I can access in terms of the class on Wikipedia. I guess two of them. They have masts, but I don't think they have like sailing masts. Is what I'm going after. Um, so the Friant class cruisers do not have sailing rigs. The French cruiser Alger does not. The Jean bars do not. So yeah, what they're building around this time doesn't. So this is. I mean, this hull form would normally have a sailing rig, but I think that this sort of ship is not actually going to have any. Um, so graphics-wise, let's start by removing those. A lot of turret positions for AI. Hmm. Is that what save as default hull does? Because it's like, oh, I want to use this hull later, but I don't want the AI to access it, but they might. Um, I'll have to figure that out later, and that might be something where in the future I have to fix. Okay, so you can add visuals here, and there's a lot of them, it looks like. Yeah. So how do you create a visual? That's my question. So let's say, you know, add like a boat 28. Set position. And then mirror it. I right click on this, copy, and size layer entire superstructure. Move layer entire superstructure. My question is, how are these done? And if I want to make a custom one, how do I do it? Wait, can I add a sponson? What is the sponson radius for? Oh wait, how many lines am I able to stick on a superstructure? Is it still only 12? Yep, it is. Okay. Yes, clear the current layer. Hmm. So there's load turret shape, save turret shape, load aircraft shape, save aircraft shape, load equipment shape. Ooh. Hold on, let's say I load an equipment shape. So I'm going to load in, how about anchor chains? So if I, hold on. Okay. I see how to do this. I see how to do this. Oh, I see how to do this. Oh no, I'm figuring this out. Oh, I am figuring this out. I'm figuring it all out. Hold on, I'm typing someone who is a beta tester. The only people who I'm letting know that I have this are beta testers or devs. Or I guess like other people who are also here right now, you know, before this goes live. But I am friends with, you know, multiple beta testers and or multiple beta testers of the game. I mean, it kind of comes with being an admin on the Discord server. Or the Real-Waves 2, I guess now 3-ish Discord server. Semi-official. Yeah, I'm going semi-official at this point. Not properly official, not properly unofficial. It's weird. It's a weird in-between zone. An hour and most of my time has spent Now and most of my time has been trying to figure out how to fully customize the graphics. Oh, I'm also going to increase the sponson radius. Also, there's no point in me not taking 3 fire control positions, so I will just take 3 fire control positions. Want like 7? I'll do 6. Okay. I'm not sure I'll save the design template, but I do think that I will just kind of make sure that I have a lot of, multiple equipment things that I want. So, I think it's the case where hold on, how many equipments can I add? How many separate equipments can I add? Okay, you know what? Here, let's do a test. So all right. So if I save this as an equipment shape, I'm going to call it my test. And then I hit save. And then let's say, I delete these all. It's a little more complicated to do this. So let's say I add a visual. That would be my test. Oh, okay, so it only saves 1 layer. Right? Yeah, it looks like it only saves 1 layer. But it was like clearly 2 for the anchor chains. So what happens if I do this and then save equipment shape? So I save it my test again. And now, yes, clear current layer, clear current layer. Open my test. Didn't work. Whew, okay, so I am trying to decipher out how to do layers. Those are custom colors. Let's say I load equipment shape for my test. Okay. I'll make it blue. I'll just make it blue so it's more clear. And then structure 2 will be on top of that. So if I save this as my test, save, Add visual. My test. Move visual. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is more complicated than I thought. Okay, so it did seem maybe line 6 it was doing properly. And I'll put in line 5 too. Oh hey, you can edit individual things on the layers. Cool. Okay, so layer 5 is apparently the only layer for the equipment slots. That makes sense. Man, I'm an hour into this, and I have not yet managed to build an unprotected cruiser. Okay, so this would have two, historically this sort of ship would have two funnels, so probably like a funnel there, and then a funnel here. Okay, so if I want more equipment, I use Structure 5 to do that. Structure 5 is the equipment thing. And I will make my own. I will goddamn make my own sets of equipment, because that's what I do. That is damn well what I do, and I actually have a friend who wants me to make him like sets of equipment or wants to steal all the ones I make. So I will let him. I mean, I will pass those off to him at some point when the game goes live. What happens if I pass him off before the game goes live? Like, he can't do anything with the files. That would be hilarious, just to send him the haul. Or just to send him a random file and he has no clue what to do with it. Like now. He wouldn't even know what it's for. That would be funny. Just absolutely troll the fuck out of him. Like, what is this? I don't think that's legal, but yeah, I don't think I can... I don't think that's legal, but it would be hilarious. So, but I still don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. I'm trying to get this video recorded today because I want to, something I want to do with the, what is it, fuck. I want to get it set up as a, not a preview. What the fuck is the term? I've typed like multiple emails and multiple messages with this term and I cannot remember it. It's what you do when you set up a premiere. A premiere. There, a premiere. Man, I'm like walking around the room and pointing at stuff. You can't see it. You can see the screen. You can't see me. Idiot. Yeah, yeah. There's stuff I want to do, fancy stuff I want to do with or setting this up as a premiere. So structure 5 is what I have to use to get equipment slots then. Okay, cool. So get lifeboats. Can you actually scale? Can you scale these? So if I go this, you can't scale them? Okay. I'm trying to think of what I want to do specifically right here. Like what do I want to put on this? Try to get anchors. It would be fun. Actually, I'm looking at the historical ship. The lifeboats weren't actually, you know, on the ship here. They were off to the sides. And, you know, the cruiser I'm using as reference, Milan. Okay, so I think first thing I want to do is masts. I'm trying to think what color would I want the masts to be. I think an interesting idea would be to try to get a oh man, I have an idea on how to make these look pretty. Oh man. Oh, I think I have thoughts. I'm having thoughts. My brain is thinking. Oh man, yeah, it's gonna be so easy to make ships look just gorgeous in this, isn't it? Um I can do decking. You know what? I'm not gonna do that yet, but I feel like at some point I'm gonna try to do like a fully decked ship, like something where you can see some of the individual like individual planks and such. Like I will be the person to goddamn try that. I'm trying getting from the depths. Okay, no, I'm not trying to get that far in from the depths, but I am trying something similar in from the depths. So I'll damn well do it here. So I think structure 1, maybe I won't have it as a line right now. Okay, so um so do this. So, does this trick work? It does. Not snap it on this side though. I can, I can cut across, cut back. I'm gonna change the color briefly. Let's see. I just want to see what's painted. Okay, all that is painted. So this could all be deck. Okay, so let's revert back to the normal color. I am having some thoughts about coloring superstructures though. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to I'm going to go to line 5, and I'm going to create the masts and start saving those as equipment. So the mast shape, and I'm going to do that kind of around the center here, would be... Okay, so technically I want to do like a little thing like that. So the mast is slightly slanted back. So that's the thing to remember. So it would go back, probably here. So it will go out to the side. Actually, I'll send it out. Send it out. Side. And back. Delete 2. I'm going to do this. Send it there. Send it back here. Maybe over here. Does that look competent? As the mast of a ship. Oh. Maybe? No, I think it's because I have 2 of the things. I only want 1 of the kind of outrig things. I see what I want to do. Okay, so get rid of 5. I don't like that one. 5. So start. So it's a little turn. The mast is, kind of thick. Not going to go back really far. They're only angled a little bit. So, that might be a little too thick. Then here would be where you'd get some like the board bits. Little snap there. Then what I'll do? I'll do this. This. You know what? Actually, I think I gotta do back. Go up. Maybe there, and then that, and go back. Does that even work? I think that there's no, the poles out to the side are too thin, I think. So let me try this again. Oh my god, I need to get this right. So that. Go back. Out. Just slightly over. And back here. I need that to be as small as possible. Will that work? Almost. Okay, you know what? I'm going to set line 4 up. Come on. Yeah. I'll just set line 4 up to be, like, very narrow. Okay, so clear current layer around line 5. So now I know exactly, like, I can way better determine where that center line is. Line 5. This. Go down. Bit. Cross over here. Most of the way out to the side. This. You know what? Here's what I'll do. That. I want it to be just as barely over as possible. This would be there, and then here I'd want to do this. So my question is that good enough? No, I don't think it is. I think it's misproportioned badly. Ah! Come on. Let me do this. Okay. So yeah. So we can do this. Back a bit. How about I just do that part already? So I'll just start with that line. Go back. Then go way out to the side. Maybe not fully out, maybe more there. Smallest bit in. There. There, and then just run an additional line up there. And then I'll go back. Yeah, so I'll do a line there. No. I'll go down. 10. Let's see, actually thinking about it now. I have more points than I thought. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go down a little further, then back up, and then I'm going to cross back over. So go there. And now go back down. I think that works better. I do think it probably has a little bit too less volume back there, but I think that'll work okay as a mast. Guess what color do I want it to be? That's a very good question. So that's kind of the normal ship color. I feel like I want something slightly lighter than that. So probably a grayish. Maybe I'll add a little hint of blue. Yeah. I'll make it lighter. Okay. So this layer, I will save as an equipment shape. This will be NN mast 1. So let's say I add 3 of these. Set position. Ooh, okay. It is a little tricky to get this on the center line, though. So I'd want one mast kind of back here. Copy it. I want another mast. So, okay, so the gun turret, I can't have these over the gun turrets, but I can always just move the gun turrets if needed. There'd be one mast kind of forward. Like about there. And then, copy it again. I want one kind of more amidships. There we go. Okay, cool. So, I can clear that layer. Okay, so is this something where I can move visuals up and down? Not necessarily. Okay. It does make things a little bit more tricky. I'm actually going to set this to some form of deck color. So let me start with maybe like this and then define custom colors. So I want something kind of more. Nope. A little better. I'm going to say a little slightly darker and very slightly more saturated. Actually, let's go like all lighter. Okay, so I've lost the color for those, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, so I want to save that as a custom color there. So, I almost have to take a screenshot of this. That would be annoying, to say the least. So, yeah, maybe I'll figure out a way to do that some other time. Off stream. Off recording, you dolt. Sometimes I need to think about the words which are leaving my mouth before they actually leave my mouth. Anyway, let me set the position of the boat to just hanging off of it here. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna work on another little structure piece. And this will be stairs. Although in this case, to get the absolute most out of a ship, what I will do is you know what? Here, let me carefully control this. Okay. Try that again. This will be trickier than I thought, I think. So start here. Go a little. Actually, no. start it over here. I will do this. So close. Mm. I wouldn't get the last one in. Here's what. So let's say I go back here and then do this. Okay, so that does mean that one stair is not visual. I almost got that to look good. Almost. Okay, how do I do this? How do I do this? Clear current layer. So I'm gonna start over here. You know what? Hmm. I think if I do change the side I start on, it is gonna make a difference. Probably. Nope. Still miss out on that last one. Oh, okay. I can probably do about 3 steps, right? Okay, so yeah, I'll just do 3 steps here. You know, okay, there we go. Save equipment shape, and 2 steps is what I'll call it. Then I can add in and 2 steps here. Set position would be back here-ish. Okay, that does mean that there's some steps back there now. Okay, let me add in some more boats. Okay, so in terms of the boats, oh, you have graded rectangles. Those will be nice. Actually, I'll probably need some of those here. Yeah, definitely need some of those. Um, Actually, there's stuff I could do with stack shapes I can mess with. One I wanted to find, though. Alright, boats. As you can see, boats with divisions with ends. I like the concept of boats with divisions, but I do kind of want to work on it a little more. Okay. Okay, so one thing I think I will do, probably recolor 5 too on this one. How are they? Oh, actually, they would be kept on deck a lot of the time, so I'll probably just, yeah, I'll probably move the boats on deck and then have sort of wrap around way to bring them up. So that would be what? With these lifeboats, you'd realistically be looking at. Hold on. I'm gonna do an asymmetric superstructure here. Wait, no, hold on. I need to do a little line like this. A touch further. Touch back. Zoom in a lot more. Not actually quite what I wanted to do. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, yeah, good enough, I think. So I will set this color to this. I'll set it to, a lighter gray. Save equipment shape as, actually, no, hold on, let me move layer. It's colors. Just up, down, and then that is just move entire superstructure up, down. Oh, hold on, hold on. Okay, so I can move it forward, basically forward backward, but I can't move it left to right like I would need to. Alright, so save equipment space, NNL boat crane. Then load equipment shape. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Add visual. Okay. So let's clear that current layer. So I'm gonna move that visual. I'm gonna set the position of that boat there. I'm gonna mirror that to the other side. So let's rotate you. Mirror. Okay, so I think I need to set this up as a, not as, you know, this sort of object, but actually as a centered object. Because otherwise this just isn't working well. So, no asymmetric superstructure here. I think that was actually a pretty reasonable distance apart. So I'd want to do, like, actually no. Actually, you know what? I think it is okay to kind of start from the end. Is what I do. No, I don't want to start from the end. So I want to start probably more, I'll say here. And do like that. So save equipment shape, and then LL crane. Or I'll do LB crane. Good job, me. That is completely what I wanted to type in. Alright, so set rest angle 90. Okay. Set position maybe about there. Mirror. There we go. Look at that. Look at how good that looks. Okay. So I actually want to change the color of these boats. So let me load an equipment shape. So let me try this. Let's load. There's a different shape I want to load. There's red circle, white border. So I assume this is like, oh no, that's the white. Okay, so it is only one equipment shape per thing. So that's like, I'm assuming that would be for Japanese aircraft carriers, if I am right. So let's try a boat 28 foot with divisions. That's what I have, but I am going to, let's start with a white. kind of how white looks. There's part of me which wants to try a little bit more, but I feel like I'm gonna use so many layers on the boats and the cranes anyway that might not be the best decision to do so. So that is a white-ish. Moving a little over here. That look better. Or do I want a different color? Almost white. It's just a little off-white. Okay, NN 28-foot boat, light. So, move visual, add visual, go to the NNs. Okay, set position would be here. And, mirror that, delete, or remove that visual, remove that visual, mirror that, remove that visual, and mirror that. And then get rid of you. That looks good. That looks good. I like that. I like that. That's something where those could unfold out to the side. I do think that I will be shifting the gun positions, so position turret. Position them more out if I want. Okay. Position turret. Honestly, they'd go probably about there. Let me do a position turret on these guys again. Just move them, further back. Okay, that works. And then go back to graphics. I am just gonna add some regular visuals here. Actually, do we have any anchors? So we have anchor chains, but not anchors themselves. Which, I mean, if I look at this... Let me look up. Unprotected cruiser. I want images. I want as many images of unprotected cruisers as possible. I want to see how the anchor chains would look. Yeah, a lot of these drawings just aren't showing that particularly well. The anchors might literally just be like hung over the side. It would not shock me if that's the case. Okay, so let's say I start with anchor chains. Those are too big. So, what about really small anchor chains? DD angled. Actually, you know what? Remove visual. How do I make an anchor from the top-down view? First of all, color selection. Gonna go a little bit darker, a little bit more into the blue, a little darker. We'll be putting on external anchors, because of course I will. Oh god. So you do have a little bit of like this. I think actually kind of curve up a little bit, wouldn't it? Um, Probably have like this. Actually, I'm gonna say that goes more centered, like there. How would that look hung off the side? I think that looks close enough for government work. They have equipment shape and an anchor. And then I can modify that rotation. Okay, and an anchor. Need to set position. Position set probably about here. Then set rest angle. Let's try 10 degrees. So 10 degrees is the wrong way. 270 is too far. 290 is probably a little too far. 280? Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay. Alright, so those are anchors. Which I mean, for some reason I'm using anchors. I think I should probably just try to complete this ship now. So in terms of additional visuals I want to add, I mean, she's gonna need more boats, obviously. So yeah, I'll probably re-add the mast. I'll probably actually re-add the masts kind of on top. Um, let's do like a. What about a 23-foot circle? That's too big. Well, like a 10-foot. Um, there's some funnel stuff, right? There is some stack stuff. Stack horizontal oval. Um, remove that. That's helping. Exterior thin, maybe? Okay, you know what? Here's my thought. Remove that visual. I'm gonna load stack oval. Stack oval exterior. I don't know what it added to 6, but it did something weird. Anyway, I'm gonna resize the layer down. No. Probably about there. Yeah, I think that looks about good. Actually, I could stick a funnel on it and see. That's probably about perfect. And then save equipment shape. And sloped funnel. It's just the same shape, but you know, moved. I think the first funnel I'm gonna move back. Second funnel will probably be there. Add visual, and in sloped funnel. Position. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna set rest angle to 180. The position on this guy. Okay, so that gives the illusion that the funnels are kind of sloping. I'm gonna do a copy on that. The position of this boat to there. Do another copy. Set position of this boat to back there. Mirror. Mirror. Copy. Set position to here. Mirror. Copy. Set position to here-ish. And mirror. And then in the meantime, in terms of the mast, copy that. Copy, and then remove that, and that. So now I have 3 masts which I can set the position for. So one of them will be, you know, roughly centered. Maybe a little bit over those boats. Set position of this guy. Be pretty forward. Then set position of this guy to be pretty aft. Okay. I'm going to add a couple more visuals, some good ones. Okay, so rectangle squares, rectangle, let's say a graded. Or rectangle graded medium. I'd love to get like a center line in the grate, but you know, that'll work. I'm going to copy that. Set position of you. Copy that again. And then set position of this guy. Also kind of there. Alright, so now I can actually do like the main superstructure. So I've done structure 1. Structure 2, probably want to be somewhere, you know. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna move the forward mast just a touch more forward. Alright, so structure 2. What do I want to do with this all? Like here I'd have some form of bridge, probably. If I look at the unprotected cruiser. So I'm gonna say that there's a step up here. Actually, oh. I'm gonna say that the step up is actually, yeah, it should be like maybe just slightly behind that forward mast. This would go back. I'm doing this wrong. Still doing it wrong. Okay, so we'll do this to there, go back to here, cross over. Do that. There. Then this would be like the bridge wings. Okay. So that's structure 2. Structure 3 would go on top of this, is like the actual bridge structure itself. So I'm going to do stuff like, you know, this. And could I get a little bit more out of this? And I think the answer is yes. That's the thing with these Rule the Waves games. Always be the most efficient with your superstructure that you can be. I think if I can get this like perfectly centered, I can just pass it under that decoration. I guess through it. do something like that. Okay, so that would be structure 3. I will probably mess with these colors later. Actually might want to put some sort of rectangle under this. I'll probably do that, thinking about it now. I'll probably actually want to move those stairs on the or those stairs astern. Actually, I might. Do I want to do rigging? Do I want to like rig these up? Because I could probably figure out a way to rig these up now. Oh dear lord. Oh no. Do I want to rig them up, or do I want to give this ship rigging? I am actively considering doing that. Oh dear lord. Don't. How would I do it? I don't think. I don't think I should. Although I could. I could. I very easily could. Oh no. Okay, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna put 4 back here. Well, here's what it's gonna be. Four will do that. Go out to the side. Put a little kind of box on the side here. Hmm. Okay. That'll be structure 4. And then I guess structure 6 is maybe something around here. I'll put structure 6 there, and then I'll move that rectangle thing forward. I feel like I should add another rectangle under some of the masts. Not a square. I'll do a square. That would go roughly there. Set position. Okay, that's that mast. I want to copy that mast. Move that mast. Repaste that mast in. Okay, so time to set 5 as a line. And, hold on. Let me just make sure. Boop. Boop. Okay. Although, let me get rid of that actually. So we'll do, I'm not gonna do it quite from the edge. So we'll do that. Go out there. Go back in, and then have the extra one go out there and then back in. And then now I can save that equipment slot as NN mast rig save. And now I can do, you know, NN mast rig. Oh god, okay. So the line doesn't work on this one. Good to know. Okay, so 5, I actually want to start this now. I have the ability to fix that. So what I do is, well, first of all, color-wise should probably be like a black. Second of all, start there, go out, go back, go out, back, out, go back. Now I can save this as NN mast rig 1. Set position. Actually, you're going to be set in a good position. So I'm going to copy you. Oh. I thought it was 36. It's 25. Okay, so I can't do these. Good to know. I have enough equipment on the ship. Can't really do rigging. So then 5 will probably be just a little bit of like extra structure around here. Um, well then, I think that's my cruiser. Let me do, like, okay. All okay? Oh, that was not... No, screenshot save. That was not what I wanted to use, but okay. Although you can actually see that screenshot save thing. Apparently OBS doesn't show it. But I wanted to do... It's not letting me do the clip the window thing. I don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna say save and finish. Yes. Awesome. Okay, that is how long it took me to design a single ship. This has gone on 2.5 hours now. I am really sorry that my first impressions video is me just not only oogling over the designer for a while, trying to figure out how it works, trying to figure out what its limitations are, and how best to use it for, like, 2 hours. I am sorry about that. I have more ships to design too, so I'm just gonna save here, and I will see you next time. And what I mean by next time, that might actually be something where I just like immediately release the next video after this one to just kind of keep it going, or I might release it, like tomorrow morning, probably immediately after this one. All right, don't have much else to say. Right. I believe that since the media time is up, or the time is up, I'm gonna quickly check the email just to absolutely 100% make sure that I am allowed to say this right now. I have accidentally started playing music on my phone. Do not do that. I hope that... No, you couldn't hear that. There's no way you could hear that. Because it would have been through headphones on my phone, and the mic just doesn't... Mic's not going to pick that up. At least not in any sort of conceivable way. Okay, where's my mail? There's my mail. I want to make absolute sure that I am allowed to say this. Go to text. So the embargo. Not mention. I cannot mention the release date until the day this video goes live. I will hold my horses just to make sure that I don't have to do anything. It'll come out soon. Be really hyped, or be hyped, but like don't be super hyped. It's not like tomorrow or something. It's not super immediate. Still a few days. I would normally be wanting to say, oh, here's the date. I'm being extra cautious. I'm being extra cautious to make sure they fall under the embargo. But I think with the specific words of the embargo, it does say don't mention the release date until the time this video is going live. So I think I'd be safe to do it. But yeah, just I'll put the link to the Steam page below, and it'll go live on a day. All right, that's what I gotta say. Links to my Discord, Twitter, and Twitter down below if you're interested in any of those things. All right, bye, and this series is gonna be fun. No, this is gonna be fun, even though this is early. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, bye. Save. Stop.